All right, this is Miss Edwards, and I am here to bring you part 2 of the exam study guide review. So we are actually just picking up where we left off with part 1, so you want to watch that first if you haven't. And now we're on the angle pair section. So on your exam that you're going to be taking very soon, 13 through 16 of your exam look just like these. So you want to bring this sheet with you again and just kind of, make sure you have this to reference. So let's just review it first. So vertical angles are two angles across from each other. They're also equal to each other. Complementary angles form a right angle. Those add to 90. And linear pairs form a straight line. Those add to 180. The adjacent, you don't have to worry about that. So number 13, what kind of relationship is this? They're across from each other. So that would be right vertical. So let's answer vertical. Now number 14, which one does it look like? Over here, it looks like they're forming a straight line, so they are a linear pair. So now for number 15 and 16, you have to find the measurement. That's when we can still use this box, because look, 15 looks like a pair of complementary angles. So I know that they are adding to 90. So I'm going to write an equation this time. So b plus 30, or 30 plus b, is equal to 90 degrees. And I solve by subtracting 30 from both sides. And I get my missing angle is 90 minus 30. Just put that into the calculator if you need to. That is 60 degrees. So my answer is B. And now for 16, what kind of relationship is this? It looks like they are vertical angles. And it says here that vertical angles are equal to each other. So that means if this one is 62 degrees, the one across from it is also 62 degrees. So there's no solving, it's just going to be the same number. All right, next up is classifying triangles. So we're going to take one word from the top, one word from the bottom, and kind of combine them. So for number 17, let's look at the angles first, the inside numbers. If one of them is greater than 90, that makes it obtuse triangle, right? One angle is obtuse or more than 90. So since I have this little 138 degree angle here, that makes it obtuse. And then I look at the sides, right? If two of them are equal, it's isosceles. They're all different, it's scalene. If it's equilateral, that means all three would be equal, but I don't think we have any of those. Okay, so it looks like to me, two of these sides are equal, right? They're both 2. So that would make it isosceles, which is letter D. All right, same thing for number 18. Let's look at the angles first, the inside numbers. They're all less than 90, so that makes it acute. And just reference this box right here. If all three are less than 90, that's acute. And now two of the sides, the outside numbers, are equal to each other. I see a 4.5 twice, which makes it isosceles. If I have two, so acute isosceles is letter C. If I have two sides that are equal, that's isosceles. If none of them are equal, it is scalene. All right, so number 19. Angles first, they're all less than 90, so that's acute. And this one, all the sides are different, so it's scalene. So that's letter D. And then our last classifying. So I see a right angle here. 90 degrees means it's a right angle. So that makes it a right triangle. And I look at the sides. Are they different? Are two of them equal? Look at that. Two of them are equal. So that makes it isosceles. So right isosceles, letter C. All right, we are pushing through. We got one last little section here about triangle angle sum, and we also have one equation down here too. All right, so triangle angle sum, just to review that, it's that all of the angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. So how we do this is we're going to set up our equation so that all three angles, my unknown, my question mark, is going to be x plus 25 plus 130 is going to equal 180. I'm going to combine like terms, which means I'm going to add 25 plus 130. That gives me 155. And then I'm going to subtract 155 from 180. And that gives me my answer, which is 25. Now, if I'm going too fast, remember you can always pause the video and then rewind if I'm going a little bit too fast. But I'm going a little bit faster because we just did this lesson. That was one of our last lessons that we did. So, but if you have any questions, please seek out Miss Lopez and she will help you. All right, so 22, we have X, we have 29, and we have 102. That's all going to equal 180. So 29 plus 102 gives us 131. And then we're going to subtract 131 from 180. That gives us 49. So our answer is 49 degrees. All right, 23. We have our unknown. We have 70. And what does this box mean? It means it is 90 degrees. We're going to write 90 here. And that equals 180, just like always, because it's a triangle. We're going to combine like terms. 70 and 90 is 160. And I subtract that from my 180 to get 20 degrees. And then our last one is X plus 50 plus 60 is equal to 180. We're going to combine like terms and get 110. And we're going to subtract that. I'm running out of room here. Also, my my tablet goes a little wonky at the bottom for some reason. So I'm going to have to write this up here. But this is 70 degrees. Sorry. There we go. All right. So because 180 minus 110 gives us 70. So our answer is 70. Now our last question here is in a two-step equation. So we have 2p plus 6 is equal to 20. We actually did this at the very beginning of the year. So I'll try to go through this one a little bit slower. So first thing I suggest is to write the question over again so you have a little bit more room to actually solve it. And then go ahead and draw your line down the equal sign. And my goal here is to get p or x or whatever letter it is by itself. So I have to cancel out what's being added here. So the opposite, how I cancel it out is the opposite. The opposite of plus 6 is minus 6. So I'm going to put that right underneath. And I'm going to do it to the other side too. So whenever I do to the left, I do to the right. That allows me to cancel those 6's out, and I bring down 2p. And then 20 minus 6 gives me 14. Now from here, I have 2p equals 14. What do I do from here? I do the opposite again. This is saying 2 times p. The opposite of times 2 is divide by 2. And I'm going to do it to both sides. So now I've divided both sides by 2. I'm left with p, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. Use the calculator if you need to. So I have my answer. It's 7, and that's all you have to do. If you have any questions at all on any of these, let me know, or sorry, let Miss Hazel, let Miss Lopez know. I'm so sorry. But you can also always, if you need to, come into room 815. I can help you. You're gonna do just fine on the exam. Just make sure to have all this complete. Make sure you bring it with you. Make sure you study before the exam, and you're gonna do great. All right, scholars, I will see you next time. Bye.